Hello everybody. Good evening or good afternoon wherever you all are at. Najumu here and welcome to more Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. So, bit of a recap from last time around. We got two American college students who are visiting a certain European country, a fictional European country, which is totally not a reference to an actual European country that had an east and a west, an east and west, like, how can I say this? Or rather, it was a country that was split into east and west. Yeah, that's a better way of saying it. But, we started the prologue with a murder of someone. We have no idea. We had a very, very bizarre detective who was perfectly fine with letting a couple of college kids check out a murder scene. But then eventually we get to go on to the main portion of the story where we go on the train. And then we have the female character, Emma, manages to find a very strange lady who we have no idea who she is. And, everyone else on the train that we actually talked to so far doesn't even know who she is. So we're going to get to the bottom of this, and we wonder if there was another murder that happened as well, which could be closely tied to the mysterious lady who is aptly named with the initials AK. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how the story progresses. All right, we have Rayquaza in the chat. Good morning. I hope you are doing well on this very fine day. All right, let's load and get back to this. Oh God, I just remembered we saved at these bums. Okay, we're still talking to them. All right. Hi, stranger. Yeah, this should be Dennis, right? Let me see. Okay. We'll go back though. Is there notes? Yeah? What's the deal with that exactly? You've piqued my curiosity, I must say. Yeah, mine too. Okay. I see. So you met a woman on the train who's then subsequently vanished without a trace. And nobody seems to remember her except for you. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Palmer? Yes, Dennis, yes. I believe I am. What are you thinking? This, my boy, sounds like murder. Murder? I'm doing pretty good, stranger. I'm doing pretty good. Hope you are well. I know what you're thinking. Oh, these guys, all they talk about is golf, golf, golf. Well, I got news for you. Dennis and I are well-rounded individuals. We have many diverse interests and hobbies. That's right. And one of those interests just happened to be murder. Yeah, you know, killing. Oh, don't give me that look. We're just interested in the subject, that's all. We don't do any killing ourselves, no. That would be crazy. Why do I not feel reassured? Hi, Pearl. Okay, I guess we'll go back. Discuss. You see, Palmer and I have spent many years thinking about the perfect murder. We've read hundreds of detective stories and seen all the good mystery films, researched countless real-life cases. Many such stories involve trains just like this one, you know. There's not a single mystery scenario we haven't heard of. None at all. This missing woman of yours. Already I can think of a few theories. Let's assume the young lady is correct, and that she did in fact meet this woman yesterday. This only leaves a few possibilities. Shall I list them all? Emma? Sure, let's hear it. Theory number 1. This woman has been missing since yesterday, yes? Hard to believe she could be missing for a whole day if she really existed. Precisely, Palmer, precisely. It'd be awfully hard to hide a person or a body on a train. So, logically, this suggests our missing woman isn't on the train anymore. Correct. Yes, yes. Young lady, you said you met this woman on the back platform of the observation car, yes? That's right. Why, I can think of no better place on this train to meet a potential victim. When we're at max speed, falling off the rear of the train would certainly kill a person. Oh, hi, Chi. How you doing? Good evening. Hope you're well. Ah, yes. If I were a killer and I saw my victim there, all it would take is a little push. Yep, you wouldn't find her for weeks. Actually, I just had a thought. Was this woman in distress when you met her by any chance? Seemingly troubled? Yeah, kind of. Where have I heard something like this? I think it was in a movie. Oh, I don't know. I recall hearing about someone who attempted suicide by jumping off the platform of a train's observation car. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, at any rate, I suppose that too is a possibility. Ha ha ha. Maybe we should stop. We don't have to keep listening to this if you're uncomfortable with it, Emma. No, it's fine. I really don't want to think the worst, but we can't ignore the possibility either. We're all on a train? Yeah, we've been on a train since, last week when we started the game. It's starting to get hot. I feel like summer this year is going to be quite unbearable. Oh boy. Because, global warming. Global warming. We're going to get a lot of hot weather, especially in places which don't have hot weather. Oh, hi, Lindsay. Good morning. I believe it is morning where you're at, Lindsay, but hello. The only way we'll uncover the truth if we keep pushing forward. So let's hear the other theories, Sai. They may give us some ideas. Okay, if you say so. Theory number 2. Though it's unlikely, let's say this woman is still on the train somewhere. Alive or dead, doesn't matter. Either way, if I wanted to hide a body somewhere on a train where it could never be found, where could I do so? Oh, I know! The bathroom! Don't be dense, Palmer. People are always in and out of the bathroom. How on earth could that be a good hiding spot? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. There's only one place where such a person could be hidden without any passengers or attendants eventually finding her, and that is the storage car. Oh, of course, in somebody's luggage. Precisely. Though porters will inspect the storage car periodically, they most certainly do not check inside every box and crate on board. A body could be smuggled off the train in such a crate, and we'd all be none the wiser. Well, what do you think of that? And now, finally, theory number 3. Well, I don't have a theory number 3, but I bet you're still wondering, if this woman really was here, why is everyone on board denying her existence? Well, my friends, it is really quite simple. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy? That's right, Palmer, and the entire trade must be in on it. Yes, I think I have this all figured out. The woman you met was an English spy. Spy? Yes, a spy! Collecting information on the nefarious plans of the Vendrican government on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. Gasp! I could see it so clearly. This woman has been on a target of the Vendricans for weeks. But alas, they couldn't get to her before she boarded the train, so they had to improvise. All of the train attendants, even the bartender, maybe even the passengers, they're all Vendrican agents. Every last one of them is on it. Though they couldn't prevent this poor girl from meeting the woman before they offed her, they could just pretend she never existed. It's so simple. Yes. Oh, I see it. By agreeing she never existed, it's the girl who sounds like the crazy one. It's the perfect crime. Well, don't just stand there giving me a stupefied look. What do you think? I think you may have gone a bit too far in a few places with this theory, Dennis. Well, I liked it anyway. Dennis, wait! Look at the time! What's that? Oh, bollocks! They're about to tee off! Apologies, but Palmer and I must go back to our cabin. The British Open broadcast has already begun, and we will not miss a stroke. I hope I didn't spook you too bad with my murderous theories. It's all just a good fun, right? Good luck, and remember, May your drives be straight. And your chips be in. Good luck. Well, you can't say they're lacking in imagination. Guess so. But was any of that helpful? I don't know that I buy any of their more outlandish theories, but they did bring up a few good points. If someone were trying to hide her, the storage car definitely would be a good place to do so. And, as much as I don't want to admit it, we can't exactly rule out what they say about the observation car either. Not necessarily that she was murdered, but do you really think she'd do that? I don't know. I really don't want to believe it, but just keep thinking about what she said to me, about how she didn't deserve any kindness. Oh, I hope she's okay. How about we check out the storage car for clues? Yeah, good idea. But before we do that... Oh, wait! That's right! The bartender said he'd tell us a secret if we get rid of those guys, right? I wonder what it is. Alright, let's go to the bartender. I have nothing to say to you. Oh, excuse me. Sai, I think that was him. The old man I saw yesterday. That wasn't how I was expecting that conversation to go. Oh, it's a detective. New character, yeah. Oh, hello again, you two. How's your investigation going? Yeah, let's, talk. Well, as you both know, I'm trying to speak to everyone on the train as part of my investigation. But with that guy, I barely got one word before he brushed me off and went running. The nerve. Do you think he may be involved? I have no idea, but he definitely seems suspicious to me now. I guess that means it isn't going too well. So, how about your missing woman? Has she turned up? No, not yet. That's too bad. Looks like neither of us are finding much success in our investigations, huh? The old man might be sus. We'll see. Well, don't give up. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. Okay. Let's see what Daltrey and the bartender have to say, Sai. So to the bartender. The sound of silence. Music to my ears. Thank you. Now, the secret. Those two, the wealthy couple. Not as wealthy as they appear. Ah, so pretty much like your modern-day TikTok rich influencer. How very topical. They're not? They were at one time. Sure, they were at one time, sure. Now? No, they are most certainly broke. But if they're broke, how could they afford such a luxurious suite? I assure you, appearances can be very deceiving. The husband, Monty. Some time ago, he was a rather well-known in Vendrica as a performer. Sometime later, he was well-known as a tabloid curiosity. And now, well, now he's not much known at all. What kind of performer was he? He was... I've said enough, I think. Oh, come on, tell us. No, I think that will do. Come on, Sai, keep pressing him. He has to tell us. Yeah, the bartender is kind of weird. persistent, are we? It's not like it's a big secret. If you intend to continue investigating, I suspect it will become quite obvious what the man's profession was. All right, how about this? Another deal? I will soon be going on break, but later this evening I will be back in this spot. When I return, if you can tell me the man's former occupation, I will tell you the rest of his sad, pathetic story. Is that all? What's in it for you? Nothing for me this time. To tell you the truth, I'm just having a bit of fun. It's up to you. You'd like to know a little more? Well, you'll know where to find me. I wonder how Detective Daughtry's investigation is going. Let's talk about... He's not answering. We talk to the bartender again? Return this evening with Monty's occupation, and I'll tell you his story. Okay. Yeah, we did talk to him. All right. Yeah, the lighting is quite sus. That's true. Doesn't seem like anybody's here. And I think the door is actually locked this time. Let's come back a little later, Sai. I didn't even have a chance to catch his name. Who knows where he's off to now? Oh well, I'll just have to corner him later. I did see him in the observation car last night. Maybe a train attendant over there knows something about him. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but, well, I still have a lot of ground to cover and not a whole lot of time to do it. I get back home to the station empty-handed. Oh boy, my bosses will not be happy. Say, you two here came with an older gentleman, right? Your professor? You mean Professor Martin? Why? Would you like to speak to him? Well, I'll have to get around to it eventually. He seems like a nice fellow. Could you point me in the direction of his cabin by chance? Sure. He's in the third sleeping car, in the last cabin. Fantastic. Thank you. Good luck, you two. Knock 'em dead out there. There he goes. I'd like to find out a little bit more. I'd like to find out a little bit more about that old man. Let's see. Well, looks like we have a few more options to consider about where to go next now. Dennis suggested that the storage car would be a good place to hide a person, so we should definitely check that out. That old man was apparently hanging out in the observation car last night too. Maybe we can find some clues about him there. Oh, and don't forget, we still have to try talking to Veda and Monty. Especially now that the bartenders agreed to tell us more about them if you can figure out Monty's former job. It's up to you, Sai. Where do you want to go first? Let's go to the storage car. It's kind of dark in here. Hang on. I think there's another light switch. All right. That's better. So everybody's luggage is stored here, right? Right. The storage cars are for any luggage that's too big to carry on. It wasn't a problem for us, but it's useful for anyone who needs more space or for really large cargo. I'll be honest, Sai, I don't even know where to start. Do you really think she could be in here somewhere? I have no idea, Emma, but it couldn't hurt to look around, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get started. Man, there's so much junk in here. We better make sure we inspect each side thoroughly. Nothing interesting here. What's under this cloth? What's this? I have no idea. This is unlike any box I've ever seen. Looks about tall enough for a person to fit inside. But for what purpose? It looks like one of those magic boxes that magicians use. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh? Yeah. Let's just say you don't want to be the person who has to step into that box. At least, not without the proper training. What on earth could this possibly be? Let's just pull off this cloth. It's a guillotine? What's a guillotine doing here in a train? Is that what I think it is? Why is there a guillotine on this train? Ah! Wait, what? What is it? Sai, there's a head in that basket. A head? I think I'm gonna be sick. Wait, I think... Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. This head is just a model. Looks like it came off a dummy or something. In fact, on closer inspection, I'm not even sure if this is a real guillotine. The blade is dull, and I think the whole thing is some kind of prop. Wait, hold on a minute. Is Monty a magician? Because I see these boxes, and we have the fake guillotine as a prop. These are all props that could be used by a magician. So, it could be possible that Monty is actually a magician. Something to keep in mind. Let's go to the other side. Did you hear that? I think there's something inside this crate. No way. You don't think? Let's open it. Moment of truth. Is that a frog? I believe that's a toad, Sai. Frogs are smoother and slimy. Not what we're looking for, then. No, not exactly. He's kind of cute, though. I got an achievement from it. Cool. Other side. All right, let's see this. What's up with this? Whatever this is, it's pretty big. Help me pull off this cloth. Is this a cage? What do you think it's for? It looks big enough to hold a large animal, like a tiger or something. No, wait. Now that we found the cage, he may not be a magician, but a circus ringmaster. Right? He could be a circus ringmaster, and these are all like the props used in a circus. Like this one could have like a lion or a tiger in it. Okay, so he's either 1, a magician, or 2, a circus ringmaster. Those golf clubs must belong to the golf guys? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we haven't checked it out yet, but very likely it is. If that's what it's for, then where's the tiger? Unless it escaped? Ah! Sai! Over there! What? There's nothing there. I'm sorry. That was mean. Still, what is this cage for? 2 sets of golf clubs. I guess these belong to Dennis and Palmer. But didn't they say their clubs were stolen by the mafia or something? Maybe they bought new sets when they finally got to Vendrika as a souvenir. Okay, what about this? This looks like a bad Halloween costume. You know, like a sheet ghost. Well, let's see what's underneath. A suit of armor? Hello? Is anybody in there? No, it seems like it's empty. Bummer. Thought maybe she'd be inside. Why would she be in there? Did she say she was a knight of the round table? Oh, I don't know, Sai. Maybe I'm getting desperate. It's a large cage. Why is there a suit of armor here? Okay, let's go to the other side and see if we can find something. I've seen mystery boxes like this before. A pop guillotine. How bizarre. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to check out. Hey, Sai, do you think there's anything odd about all the things that were under cloths? Is that a joke? No, I mean, do they have anything in common that you can think of? Anything in common? Weird box, a prop guillotine, a suit of armor, and a cage. What kind of person might have use for all 4 of those things? Let's think. Maybe. Whoa, what is that? Jump scare? Oh my goodness. That scared me half to death. Jeez. Right? I knew train whistles were loud, but that was completely deafening. I guess it makes sense, though. The storage car is pretty close to the engine. Who's this? Okay, what kind of voice do we give this guy? Well, this is probably not British, so Hey, you two! What are you doing in here? Huh? What? I think he's a porter, Sai. Both of you, show me your boarding passes now! Our boarding passes? Who just carries those around? Mr. Porter, sir? We left our boarding passes in our cabins. We were just here looking for some of our luggage. So you two are legitimate passengers, then? I sincerely apologize. It's just, I've really been on the ledge lately. What with all the stowaways. Stowaways? That's right, stowaways. It's become a real problem lately. I can tell you how many people we've found hiding behind luggage in here, trying to hitch a ride to London. Some of them have even gone as far as to steal our forged tickets. Can you believe that? I mean, gosh, are you really that desperate to go to London? The weather there is awful. Don't get me started on the food. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for blowing up at you. Is there anything I can help you with? You know, we porters aren't supposed to be security guards. Our job is to load and unload luggage, and yet, because of all the stowaways lately, I have to be constantly on alert. And when I see one, it's whammo, bop, bam. You beat them up? Well, no. I usually just alert the police at our destination and have them apprehended when we arrive. Still, it's just such a hassle. Woman's gone missing, you say? Well, if you think she's in here, I'd say that's pretty unlikely. I've been in and out regularly, and I haven't seen anything unusual. Yes, I assisted in loading all the luggage you see here in the storage car. I'm what's called a traveling porter. After loading, it's my job to organize the storage car to ensure smooth unloading at the station. It's quite a physically demanding job, but as you can see, I'm quite up for the task. Huh, the whistle scare you? Yeah, it comes through pretty loud in here. Frankly, it's loud everywhere on board, so much that it's hard to hear much else whenever it blows. We often receive complaints about it waking people up in the middle of the night, but it's not just for show, you know. The conductor will blow the whistle for a variety of reasons, all related to safety. Making a wide turn when the train stops or starts moving, when we approach a station or crossing. This probably seems random, but there's a method to the madness. This guy looks pretty tough. Definitely don't want to get on his bad side. I wonder if the porter knows anything about all the weird stuff in here. Want to know more about the luggage here? You and me both, buddy. I swear, I was terrified I was going to lose my head trying to get that guillotine on board. All I know is that the weirdest stuff in here belongs to the same guy. Some little fella with a big hat. Monty? Oh, I'm clicking on this by mistake again. There's more that goes into the whistle signals than you'd think. You mentioned that some stowaways have fake or stolen tickets, right? That's right! The crafty ones realized it's awfully hard to stay hidden on a train for the entire ride, so they come prepared. Usually with some kind of fraudulent ticket. They'll then pretend to be legitimate passengers. Awfully crafty, but not crafty enough. You see, I'm always carrying around a list of registered passengers. It's very easy to cross-reference a suspicious passenger with the list. Of course, that only works if I'm able to identify anybody that's acting suspicious. Which isn't at all that often, if I'm being honest. Say, how about this? I'm sure you've met plenty of people on this train, no? You meet anyone suspicious, tell me their name and I'll cross-check it with my list. Maybe we can catch a criminal in the act. Do you have any ideas of who to ask him about, Sai? I can think of a few people. Yes, I have a Ved and Monty registered together. Says here they're in a luxury suite. Lucky. I don't have adultery registered, but you're talking about that detective, right? What an ordeal that was. He strolled up to the train yesterday and just walked on board. No ticket or anything. He didn't even tell us who he was. We almost had security throw him off before he finally showed us his badge. Honestly, what was he expecting? How is this guy, how is Daltrey still a detective when he has proven time and time again that he is So strange. Maybe he's some kind of savant genius in solving crimes, which is why he's still a detective. But what are we doing here? What are you doing here, Daltrey? Like, yep. Looks like both a Dennis and a Palmer registered together. They're sharing a single cabinet, seems like. That's gotta be rough. Bed in a single is pretty small. Sometimes people do it to save money, which I get. Have you asked the porter about everyone you can think of, Sai? If we're out of ideas, maybe we can explore the other cars and see if any other names come up. Let's go to the observation. Oh, wow. This is actually kind of a cool spot. This is the observation car, Sai. The last car of the train. The view here is really wonderful, isn't it? The outside platform in the back is such a neat feature. And it's also where I first met that woman. Let's see if anyone here knows anything about her or that old man. Who are we talking to? Let's survey the area first. Hey, peace and love, man. Peace and love. I'm sorry, were you talking to me? Sure, man. Peace and love. Come on, say it with me. How about I just think it? Well, all right. That's what floats your submarine. Peace and love. Peace and love. Well, I think that's a pretty nice message. Let's talk to someone else now, please. This guy seems very engrossed in this newspaper. You'll be perfect. Yes. I just need to meet one man on this train who hates someone in his life as much as I hate my father. Yes, then we can simply trade murders. Oh yes, we could never get caught. Sai, do you think we should talk to him? I think we should keep our distance from that guy. There's a train attendant. We should ask her some questions. Oh, hello. How can I help you? No, I don't think I have seen any woman like that. Oh, is it so nice here? I just love how pretty the views out the windows are. I specifically requested to be stationed here. It's my favorite place on the train. The outside platform is really a unique feature of this train. They were common many years ago, but today it is very rare. Do you think it could be dangerous? Bruh, already sus? Yeah, this guy is mad weird. Dangerous? No, I wouldn't say so. The guard railing is pretty high. You'd have to really try to fall off. Granted, if you did, you'd probably be seriously injured, or worse. But I don't think it's very likely. An old man? Can you describe him for me? He's kinda short. Gray hair, wearing a brown suit, I think. Oh, you must mean Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher? Mr. Fisher was here last night. Oh, he's such a sweet man. What can you tell us about him? Oh, we talked about what felt like hours last night. He's a real charmer. He told me he's going to London to see his daughter and their family. He said his daughter just had a baby, and he's very excited to meet her. Oh, isn't it just adorable? You lost the wedding ring? Oh no! How are you going to propose now? No, the ring isn't mine. It's just something we found in the train, and then lost again. Oh, phew. You would have been in some serious trouble if that were yours. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out. You want to know about me? Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is necessary, Sai. Wow, these Ventrican girls really knocked me out. What's up, Sai? Oh, nothing. How are you? You know, we don't have time to discuss every little thing we do. Some things are pretty self-explanatory, right? Jeez, okay. My sincerest apologies for disturbing you with a little friendly conversation, Your Highness. Okay, I admit, maybe that was a little rude. I'm sorry. Peace and love. Peace and love. Ah! Nope. Getting involved with that guy. Hi! Yes, how can I help you? Okay. How about you ask something important, Sai? I'm so sorry, I don't know. This is my favorite place on the train. It's starting to become mine, too. Oh? Oh, he's trying to flirt. The outside platform isn't really dangerous. Oh, you're looking for him? Well, I'm not sure where he's staying on the train, but you should come back here in a few hours. He told me he'd come back tonight. I asked him to tell me where he grew up. I think he said he's from Gambrica? Oh, I just can't wait. Gambrica, huh? Mr. Fisher, what are you thinking, Emma? She said he was from Gambrica, right? You remember what Detective Daltrey said about the victim from the hotel, right? Otto Keller? Oh yeah, he was a Gambrican immigrant, wasn't he? I wonder, there's some sort of connection. I don't know, Emma. There's probably thousands of Gambrican immigrants in Vendrica. Yeah, you're probably right. Still, we need to talk to him. I wonder if there's anything else the attendant can tell us about him. He really is such a sweet old man. I can tell he really cares about his family. There was one thing I wanted to ask him, though. Before he left yesterday, he said something I didn't understand. He said something about someone named Alma. Maybe it was his daughter's name? Oh, I just can't remember. But isn't that such a pretty name? Yeah, very pretty. Ah, so maybe the AK, the initials, like her first name is Alma. Okay, because we did see that last time. Emma, are you okay? Alma. Alma! That was her name, Sai. I remember her now. Her name was Alma. Missing woman? Yes, I'm sure of it. All I could remember yesterday was that it began with an A. But hearing it now, I'm certain it was Alma. Can't believe it. You said Mr. Fisher mentioned somebody named Alma. You're sure? Yup. I'm sure he must have been talking about one of his family members, but I can't remember. Fisher was talking about a person named Alma. Could this really be just a coincidence? You're certain the woman you met was named Alma? I want to trust my memory, but I just don't know anymore, Sai. Is it possible I heard Fisher mention the name to someone in the lounge of car yesterday, and that's what I'm remembering? Yeah, you're right. I know what she told me. Can't start doubting myself now. Let's stay focused. We need to talk to Fisher as soon as possible. It's still early. Should keep investigating the other cars until tonight, when he comes back here. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody else who could tell us something about him. Or Alma. Thank you for your time. No problem. You need anything, you know where to find me. Let's go to... Oh, hello, Monty. How are you doing? Doesn't look like Veda's here. Oh boy, this should be interesting. How are you doing, Monty? Have you been enjoying your trip? Nice weather we're having, no? Well, I hope you're having a nice day. What are we doing? Hey, Monty, is Veda out? Where she is? Hey, Monty, do you remember that ring we showed you and your wife yesterday? You have seemed to have misplaced it. You wouldn't happen to have seen it, have you? What about Veda? Do you think she knows where it might be? How can you tell if a man who doesn't speak is lying? Wait, I know. How about this? When we talk to someone who doesn't speak, you have to communicate silently. Let's try talking to him without saying a word. Maybe he'll open to us, somehow. Sure. Okay. What does that even mean? Alright, just humor her, Sai. What's the worst that could happen? Hmm? It's like we're trying to communicate telepathically. I feel like I can hear what he's thinking. Something along the lines of, wish these stupid people would leave me alone. Yeah, something like that. I don't think that was helpful, Sai. Hmm. Hmm? Is there anything else we can talk to? Any more bright ideas? Hey, at least I tried something. You can't fault me for thinking outside the box. I don't hear you coming up with any better ideas. Well, she has me there. You don't think Monty will mind? I mean, what's he gonna do? Tell us to stop? I guess not. But still, let's not go too far. Don't want to invade their privacy. If you see anything that's interesting, maybe you should try asking him about it. Take here. Dramatic music. Yep. I want to get another another look at those people playing cards, but not with Monty in the room with us. I wonder what kind of hairstyle Monty's got under that big hat. Here. Okay, let's see the area. bartender said Veda and Monty are broke, but if that's true, how on earth can they afford this room? Veda isn't here anymore. Atmosphere around here feels a lot friendlier without her, honestly. This guy's impossible to read. There has to be a way to get him to open up to us somehow. Maybe it'll be a laser. It'll be easier without Veda here. Let's go. How can I afford such an expensive room? Sai, what are you doing? Don't just take things. What if Monty gets mad? Oh, relax. It's fine. We're just thinking of asking Monty if he wanted to play some poker with us. Oh, you were, huh? Okay, maybe not. But it maybe we can find some use for these. That reaction seemed different. What's this? Do you want me to give you the deck? Sure. Here you go. He's shuffling the deck? I think he wants us to pick a card, Sai. Okay. Let's see here. Pick a card. I picked that one. The 9 of Hearts. Oh, Sai, I know what this is. This is one of the card tricks. We picked a card without him knowing what it was, and now he's shuffling back into the deck. Okay, take care, Pearl. Good luck at work. Oh. Thank you. Somehow, miraculously, you'll be able to find your card again. Well, what do you know? He got it. That was it. He found it. Wow, that's incredible, Monty. Oh, Monty. Oh, my aching head. Oh, there she is. Monty, this migraine is so painful. I see spots, but if I'm correct, are those 2 irksome children lurking in our cabin again? If they are here, could you please make them leave immediately? I simply cannot tolerate any intrusions right now. Oh, my head. I think we should go, Sai. Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for your time, Monty. Storage car. Oh, it's him. Let's talk about Alma. Nope. And nobody named Alma registered here. Kind of surprising, actually. That's a pretty common name around these parts. Fisher. Nope, no Fisher here. There's an old man who told me one of the train attendants his name was Fisher. You sure there's nobody with that name registered? I'm completely sure. This list doesn't lie. You know where this Fisher is now? No, but we told you that he might show up in the observation car tonight. Good to know. Maybe I'll have a little talk with him tonight. Heck, maybe I'll even bring that detective with me. I wonder what Emma thinks about this development. I should ask her once I have nothing left to ask the porter of. What are you thinking, Emma? Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about Fisher. There's so many strange coincidences about him, you know? He's from Gambrica, like the murder victim from the hotel. He knows someone with the same name as the missing woman. And to top it all off, he might not be registered for this train. Just who is he? Well, I guess we'll have to ask him ourselves when he stops by the observation car tonight. We still have some time to kill. Is there anything left we have to do? I don't think we need to ask the porter about anything else. Okay. Let's check the lounge car again. Ah, there we go. It's nighttime. Or almost nighttime. It's starting to get a bit late. Looks like the bartender's back. And... Who's that in the booth? Is that Professor Martin and Detective Daltrey? Oh, hello, you two. How are you both? Hi, Professor. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, all good. Was that the detective you were just talking to? Hmm? Oh, yes. He came to see me about an hour ago. He's still investigating the case from a hotel, you know. To think this train may be connected somehow. Frankly, it all seems a little bit fantastic to me. My understanding is that he intends to speak with everyone on board, so I invited him to speak with me here over some coffee. How's the investigation going? Did he tell you much about it? No, not all that much. I'm afraid I wasn't able to be of much help. I only know as much about the incident as the police would tell me that night, after all. If I had to guess, I'd say he doesn't have that many leads. It's entirely possible he's been on a wild goose chase this whole time. Still, he is quite determined. He just left to look out for more passengers to speak to. I'd say I hope he finds what he's looking for, but, well, I suppose I'd rather he didn't. After all, I'd feel much better if this train didn't have anything to do with the murder. I'd probably feel better with a more competent detective on board, if I'm being honest. Well, I'll be going back to my cabin now. Is everything all right, Professor? Oh, yes. I've felt a bit tired under the weather these past few days. I do hope I'm not coming down with something. It's nothing to worry about. Don't stay up too late, you two. We won't. Good night, Professor. Good night. All right, Sly. Let's talk to the bartender. Well, you're back. Have you determined what Monty's former occupation was? Yeah, I think so. Well then, let's hear it. He is a magician. That is correct. At one time, that man was a very popular and successful magician in Vendrika, at least as far as magicians go. So, what happened to him? Okay, yes, you win. I will tell you. Monty was still performing as recently as a year ago. His act was quite a popular tourist attraction. Part of his gimmick was that he'd never speak, give himself an air of mystery. His act was mostly standard tricks, impossible escapes and such. But one night, something terrible happened. While some magic tricks look dangerous, the audience typically assumes that there are plenty of safety precautions in place to prevent injury. But, while that's largely true, many tricks actually are quite dangerous and require pinpoint timing and skill from the performers. One night, Monty's show was running late, and in his haste to get on stage, he neglected to perform a routine safety procedure. As a result, the poor fool became trapped in a box that was to be crushed by a large weight. Very easily could have died. When he realized he couldn't escape, he actually shouted for help from inside the box. The assistants pulled the box safely moments before the weight came crashing down. I suspect help was the first word Monty had uttered in years. It took them an agonizingly long time to pry open the box, with Monty begging for his life in the entire time. The audience was watching in horror as it became clear that this was not part of the act. The rest of the night's performance was cancelled, and shortly after, the story became something of a tabloid curiosity. For his troubles, Monty became a laughingstock. And to make matters worse, no venues would book his act any longer, believing it to be too unsafe. Monty hasn't performed ever since. The public has largely forgotten about him. But I remember. I recognized him the moment I saw him. Oh my, that's so horrible. We saw some of the props from his act in the storage car. What do you think he's trying to do? If I had to guess, I'd say he wants to start fresh in a country that is unfamiliar with his history. His career may be over in Vendrica, but the baggage from his incident shouldn't follow him all the way to London. I just don't know how he can afford such a move. The man hasn't worked in a year. Frankly, his wife may live like they're rich, but I don't think Monty was bringing home millions from his act. Their supposedly glamorous lifestyle has always been a facade. But, well, I suppose that's none of my business. This is all I'm able to tell you. If there's anything else to discover, you'll have to discover it yourself. What a sad story. I feel so bad for him. It sort of raises more questions than it answers, though. We still don't know what Veda and Monty have to do with Alma, if anything. Yeah, there's still a piece of the puzzle missing. But at least we're making some progress, right? It's just about nighttime, Sai. Do you think Mr. Fisher might be in the observation car now? He's the last person who may have seen me and Alma together. There are just too many coincidences for him to be not connected to all of this somehow. I have a feeling he's hiding something big. Just what could it be? Go to the observation. There he is, right on schedule. All right, here goes nothing. Excuse me, sir. You're Mr. Fisher, correct? How do you know who I am? Oh, these two wanted to talk to you earlier. Think they were looking for something? So, this is Flesher. Up close, he seems kind of frail. I don't remember. And we can't help you. Not very talkative, huh? He didn't want to talk to Detective Daltrey either. What is he hiding? Let's ask him about Alma. Maybe that will get him talking. How do you know that name? It's the name of the woman we'd be looking for. Does it ring a bell? I don't know anything. Stop asking me questions. I can't help you. That touched a nerve. Mr. Fisher, are you okay? Ugh, he still won't talk to us. He seems really nervous. Sus? Kinda, yeah. His reaction to mentioning Alma's name is pretty sus. Should we tell him that we know he's not registered for this train? Oh no, Emma. Let's just press him a little further. I know he's hiding something. He must know something about Alma. He just has to. Nervous about pushing him too far. But Emma's right. We need to know what he knows. What do you want? Why are you harassing me? I don't know anything about that or anything else. I have nothing to do with that. I'm Mr. Fisher. It's okay. We're just trying to. You leave her out of this. I know nothing, and I will tell you nothing. Mr. Fisher, calm down. Everything will be okay. Mr. Fisher, we know you're not registered for this train, and so does the porter. He may already be looking for security. Emma? Not registered? Is that true, Mr. Fisher? There's no reason left for you to hide anything from us. Please, we just want to find Alma. I won't go back. You can't make me go back. Uh-oh. He has a gun? I have a gun. Don't come any closer, or I'll... Oh my God. Stay back. I'm warning all of you. He's got a gun. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. I can't even move. If we don't do something quick, he might... But what should we do? He looks scared. Does he think we're trying to hurt him? Maybe this is all just a misunderstanding. Maybe I could reason with him. Mr. Fisher, you don't have to do this. We're not trying to get you in trouble. We're just looking for someone. Shut up! You're just trying to trick me. Can't make me go back. You can't make me go back to Vendrika. You can't. I won't. Why is he so afraid to go back to Vendrika? Be quiet. Go away right now, or I'll... It's no use. He's not listening. Is Emma okay? Mr. Fisher, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean, I'm not... Shut up! You can't fool me! I remember you now. You two. You were talking to that detective. You're with the police! He's going to take me away. He's going to take me back, and then I'll... No! I won't let you. Sigh, I'm scared. Mr. Fisher, we're not with the detective. This is a misunderstanding. You don't have to do this. I don't have a choice. If I go back to Vendrika, I'll be killed. They'll kill me just like they killed Maxwell. Did you say Maxwell? Where have I heard that name? Drop the gun! Detective? It's over, Fisher. Drop it. I'm finished. Is he gonna shoot himself? Oh. No bullets. Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher, I searched your cabin and found your boarding pass. This ticket was stolen, was it not? Yes. Just a moment ago, you said if you went back to Vedrica, you'd be killed, like Maxwell. Did you mean Edison Maxwell, the lawyer? Yes, that's right. Of course, Maxwell was the lawyer who found out dead, yesterday morning. Hi, Hellion. You're here from class? Pay attention to class, Hellion. Don't watch the stream while you're in class. Don't get yourself in trouble, kiddo. No? Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Math sucks? I don't know, man. You'll get yourself in trouble. I wouldn't like that. But, yeah. Just be careful. Just be careful. The lawyer, that Otto Keller, the victim from the hotel, used to work for. Going in enrichment. I know my stuff, like in trigonometry. I see. I think you better explain yourself. What are you doing on this train? Can you ever forgive me for this? Yes, Mr. Fisher. Of course we forgive you. I need to explain from the beginning. I came to Vedrica 25 years ago with my wife and my young daughter from my homeland in Gambrica. Our life in Gambrica was very challenging, so we came to Vedrica in hopes of making a better life for our daughter. We were led to believe that Vedrica would be our promised land, that our troubles would be over when we finally arrived. But that was a lie. We found that opportunities for Gambrican immigrants were few and far between. We were not welcomed with open arms as we thought we would be. The truth is, we struggled just as much in Vedrica as we did in Gambrica. It was very hard to make ends meet. And it only got harder when my wife fell ill. I tried my best to be a good father to my daughter, but I know I made many mistakes. When she grew older, she met an Englishman who wanted to take her away to London. She begged me to let her go, but I was afraid of losing her. I said some things I shouldn't have said. It doesn't matter. In the end, she left without saying a word. My life hit rock bottom, and that's when I met him, Maxwell. He introduced himself to me with a proposition. He would pay me a sizable sum if I spied on my employer for him. I've been working as a gardener for a Vendrican senator for a few years. I don't know why, but Maxwell wanted information on him. I couldn't say no. I needed the money. I could barely support myself as it was. Every Sunday night, I would meet Maxwell at his home to tell him what I had found. He would pay me and I would go. It seemed harmless enough. This went on for a few months until one day I received a letter in the mail. It was for my daughter. I I hadn't heard from her for over 2 years. I couldn't believe it. She told me that she had given birth to a daughter, and that she named her after her grandmother. My wife, she named her Alma. Suddenly, I was overcome with guilt. What had I become? Spying on a politician or a crooked lawyer? How did I recognize myself? How could I face my daughter? How could I face my granddaughter knowing what I had done? Sunday, I was resolved to tell Maxwell that I wouldn't spy for him anymore, but he refused. He threatened me. He said if I stopped, he would use his connections to the government to have me deported. He had me trapped. What could I do? How could I refuse? I had to keep spying for him. But at least, now I had a goal. I would save up my money and buy a ticket to London. I would escape. I would find my daughter. I was so close. I only needed a few more payments from Maxwell and I'd be finished. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. Just give me a second. But then, I went to his house 2 nights ago and he was dead. I panicked. I ran as fast as I could, and then it hit me. Somebody must have found out about the spying. They got to Maxwell first, but I must be next. I had to escape, so I came to the station and well, you know what I did. I never thought I'd be found out. When the train left the station, I was sure I was free. I'd be soon in London, reunited with my daughter and her family. Oh, Mr. Fisher. What a story. The senator you were working for, what was his name? It was Senator Gordon. Senator Gordon? Isn't that Professor Martin's old friend? Officer, I'm begging you. Please let me stay in London. Don't make me go back to Vendrica. I just want to see my daughter. I just want to meet my granddaughter. I just want to meet Alma. When we arrive in London, you'll have to come back with me on the first train back to Vendrica. Promise that no harm will come to you. We return home. I understand. Oh, detective, can't you please let him stay? I know he's broken the law, but... It isn't up to me. If the rest of you wouldn't mind, I'd like to speak with him alone for a while. Sai, let's go. So many dots. I feel so ashamed of myself. I was so sure he knew something about Alma. I thought if we cornered him, we could get him to talk, but it was just a coincidence. Now he won't get reunited with his family. Oh, Sai, it's all my... Oh, Sai, it's all my fault. It's all right, Emma. I think we both went a little too far. I feel really bad for Mr. Fisher, but it seemed like such a good lead. How could I ever apologize for this? I don't know what to say. Well, let's take a step back. We got a lot of information today. We can worry about Mr. Fisher later. She's still waiting for us to find her, remember? You're right. Just give me a second. Okay, let's review what we learned today. Just like last time. Okay, let's review everything. Alright, just give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's continue. The day got off to a bad start. When I woke up, I discovered that the ring we found yesterday was missing. I searched my cabin for over an hour, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I still feel so stupid for losing it. It's okay, Emma. We were still able to investigate without it. Yeah, we still needed to find the other people who might have seen me and Alma together, so we went to the lounge car to look for them. We started with those golfers, Dennis and Palmer. Unfortunately, neither of them remembered a thing about me or Alma. They were too busy arguing about putters or whatever. When we brought it up, though, Dennis proposed a couple of theories to explain what might have happened to Alma. Some of them were a little ridiculous, but, well, what did you think of Dennis's theories, Sai? Okay, let's see the choices. I agree it would make sense if she's not on the train anymore. I agree that if she's still on board, she'd probably be in the storage car. I agree the whole train staff is on the conspiracy. I think all of his theories were completely ridiculous. Honestly, you're right. They all sounded pretty hard to believe. Maybe this whole thing is ridiculous. Anyway, after we finished talking with them, we ran into Mr. Fisher for the first time. He was trying to get away from Daltrey. It seemed pretty suspicious. Fisher left quickly, and Daltrey went back to his investigation. So around this time, we talked to the bartender. Yep, and that creep made us a deal. We could correctly guess what Monty's former job was. He'd tell us a bit more about the two of them. Monty and Veda, I mean. Gosh, after everything that happened tonight, I completely forgot about those two. We tried talking to them again too, but that didn't go so well. Yeah, only Monty was around at first. And well, he's a man of few words. There was one thing that seemed to resonate with him though. Do you remember what seemed to catch Monty's attention? A deck of cards. Yeah, it was a deck of cards. As soon as we showed it to him, he performed a little card trick for us. It was very charming. But then Veda came back and kicked us out. I felt really bad for Monty at the time. He seemed so happy before she came back. Anyway, the card trick was a pretty solid clue about what Monty's former job was. But it was finding all of his things in the storage car that really clinched it. A cage, a weird box, a suit of armor, a guillotine, all props from his act. So, one more time. What kind of job did he have, Sai? He is a magician. That's right. Monty used to be a magician. It seems so obvious from hindsight, doesn't it? Once we figured it out, we talked to the bartender who told us all about Monty's past. Apparently, during one of his shows, he neglected an important safety procedure, and it almost cost him his life. After that, he became a laughingstock, and no venues would book his act anymore. How sad. It's just... if Monty's been out of a job for so long, could the two of them really afford a luxury suite on this train? The bartender seemed to think that they must be broke. It doesn't make any sense. They just have to be hiding something. We need to get them to talk to us somehow. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Mr. Fisher. We asked the train attendant in the observation car about him. She told us how excited he was to see his family in London. And then he had mentioned to her about something about a woman named Alma. Hearing that name jogged my memory. The woman we've been looking for told me her name was Alma. I'm sure of it. After that, I was certain Fisher must know something about her, but it turned out that it was just a coincidence. That Alma, the Alma that Fisher was talking about, isn't the same Alma. Do you remember who it actually was? It's his granddaughter. Oh, wait. Well, that's technically right, but I'm sorry, this is a bit of a trick question. You remember? It was actually two people. His wife and granddaughter. Exactly. Fisher's daughter recently had a baby who she named Alma, after the baby's grandmother, Fisher's late wife. Oh, it's just so sad, Sai. How could I be so stupid? It's okay, Alma. You had other reasons to be suspicious of Fisher, remember? Yeah, is what we learned from the porter in the storage car. When we first talked to the porter, he was a bit agitated. Apparently, they've been dealing with a particular problem in these trains lately. What was that problem, Sai? Stowaways. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he's been finding stowaways in the train very often recently. When we told the porter about Mr. Fisher, he confirmed that nobody with that name was registered for this train. So... seemed pretty likely that Mr. Fisher was actually a stowaway. At that point, all that was left to do was talk to him ourselves. Yeah. Mr. Fisher panicked when we confronted him. He pulled a gun, but Daltrey appeared in the nick of time to de-escalate the situation, and it turned out the gun wasn't loaded anyway. He was just really scared. He was working as a spy for Maxwell, the lawyer whose death Daltrey was investigating. He even discovered Maxwell's body that night, which made him think that someone found about the spying, and told that he may be killed too. So he stole a train ticket in order to escape. He also told us about all the circumstances that led to him to this point. Can't believe everything Flesher has been through. Don't know conditions for Gambrican immigrants were so bad. I didn't know conditions for the Gambrican immigrants were so bad. I didn't get that impression from Martin at all. You remember, right? Last night, Martin told us that Vendrica had been working to open its borders to Gambrican refugees, but... He didn't tell us they were all struggling. Yeah, but isn't the only thing that's bothering me. It's who Flesher was involved with. You got it too, right? The person Maxwell was having a Mr. Fleischer spy on. Mr. Fisher was spying on... Mr. Fisher was spying on... Damn, I actually forgot his name. Can we actually check the log? Oh no, we have to type something. Damn, okay. Oh, there we go. We can actually type. Eh? I'm pressing Z and it's pressing H. Yeah, it's Gordon. I believe, right? Gore? No. Yeah, that should be right. Where is the N? Yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, it was Senator Gordon, Professor Martin's old friend. After that, Daltrey told Mr. Fisher that he couldn't stay in London, and that they'd both be going back to Vendrica. Guess that means he'll be arrested. Yeah, that was the most serious I've ever seen in Daltrey. It was a little eerie. Well, I think that's everything. Sigh. What's going on? I don't know. We only have one day left until we reach London. We found out so much, but still no sign of Alma. What should we do? It's been a long day. I think we should get some sleep. But tomorrow we need to find Mr. Fisher again. We still have a very important question to ask him. Oh yeah, with everything that's been going on, I almost forgot why we were looking for him in the first place. He's the only person left who just might remember seeing me and Alma together in the lounge car. We still need to find out what Veda and Monty are hiding too. It'll be okay, Emma. We can still get to the bottom of this. I think I'm going to bed now, Sai. I want to be alone for a bit. That's okay. It's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. God, for seeing her like this, I have such a sick feeling in my stomach. So what is going on here? I think I'm a little scared to find out. Well, that's chapter 3. Chapter 4. What time is it? Wow, it's really pouring out there. It's after 10 a.m. I was late again. It's pretty unlike her to let me sleep in. I figured she'd want to start investigating right away. Although, maybe she's not really in the mood after what happened last night. Mm-hmm. Ah, I get it. I know where she is. There's only one person Emma would trust enough for advice when she's feeling down. And that's Martin. Bet I'll find her if I go to his cabin. Oh, hi, Sai. Hey, guys. Thought I'd find you here, Emma. I was surprised you didn't wake me up hours ago. Oh, yeah. Have a seat, Sai. Emmy and I were just having a conversation. You two have quite the adventure these past few days. Have a seat, Sai. Emmy and I were just having a conversation. You two had quite the adventure these past few days, I've guaranteed. I've gathered. Oh? Guess Emma told him what's been going on. My. Where to begin? Emma told me the two of you have been looking for a woman named Alma, who evidently went missing on the day of our departure. She told me about your investigation, the many places you've explored, and the people you've spoken to. She told me about the incident last night with that flesh urgent. Frightening ordeal. I'm so glad the two of you are safe. Makes sense to me now. The ring showed me yesterday, but may belong to someone named Alma. I wish the two of you have confided in me earlier. Perhaps I could have helped somehow.
I'm sorry, Professor. I already felt terrible about making the size problem. Didn't want to make it yours too.
Ah, but that's what I'm here for, isn't it? It's my job to help. But not just with your studies, but with anything you may need. So, what do you make all of this, Professor? I must confess, it's a lot to process. I'm not sure what to think. All of this on top of the evidence investigating some very serious crimes. There is certainly something unusual happening here, but I feel it would be the best for all of us to remain level-headed. There must be an explanation, and I am certain in time it will become clear to all of us.
Professor, there was something Fisher said last night that I wanted to ask you about. I told you that Fisher was being forced to be a spy on a Vendrican politician by a lawyer named Maxwell.
The man was paying on his...
Sure, everything will be sorted out before we arrive at London tonight. Until then, well, stay cautious. I will see you both tonight when we disembark. Don't forget to begin packing your things. We'll be arriving before you know it. We will, Professor. Sure. You know what? I think we should probably call it here for tonight. I think, did it save? Yes, it did. Yeah, I think we're probably going to call it here for tonight. I wish it would have went a bit longer, but you know, the schedule is a bit weird, so we're starting a bit later than usual. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens next week because things are escalating, all right. But with that said, guys, thank you all for watching, either live or via the archives. Tomorrow, we'll be playing Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and, well, the nightmare returns, and it's time to actually play some Geese Howard. That's right, where he's finally made it into playable form in the game. He was just a boss, or a special hidden boss for the arcade mode, and in some routes of the of what's it called, episodes of Southtown. So yeah, I'm very excited to try him out. But you know the usual, guys. Let me see if I can send you guys somewhere on Twitch. Just give me a second. Who could I send you guys to? Need someone checking out a VN. Not really. Damn, none of them are playing a VN. Damn, there's a lot of rain going on in the game. Okay, let's send you over to Rocky. She is playing
Poppy playtime. Quite a different change of pace compared to the game that we're playing right now. But let me slap this up in here. Hey, a raid is set up. Feel free to join in if you want, but if you don't want it, then that's also fine. All right, guys, I hope you all have a great night, evening, or afternoon, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.